Hi, I am Smita, and last year was most action-filled joyride of my life when I went to complete my MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. It was a crazy exciting year of lots and lots of studying, lots and lots of partying, 8:45 a.m. classes, random outings, 16 cups of coffees per day, all-nighters for assignments, all-nighters for random chit-chat, meeting exciting folks, and making great friends. Amidst all that, somehow I found the time to document few of my experiences, and this is my IIM A journey. Hope you enjoy it.
Hi guys, today I bring to you a very special video. This is my first video related to reading, and believe me, there are many more to come. But as we are on this shot, I want to give my first tip when it comes to hours of reading is you can try and switch between two different books, because sometimes a book may get monotonous, and if you are reading with a target like I read that I have to finish in between somewhere 70 to 100 books in a year, this does really help. So this particular day is a day after exams got over and the next term was about to begin, where I had enough time on my hand to not get distracted and devote round about to almost 12 hours to just simply reading. One of my favorite genres to read is business books and self help books. Actually, I read a lot of fiction when I was in my late teens and early 20s, and sort of that genre got done for me. Again warming up to that genre, but in the meantime, this particular genre, business reads or self help book altogether, remains my most favorite. Another tip is that reading can be more of a targeted exercise, but at the same time it can be quite relaxing as well. For me, initially when I start reading, it's slightly a very tedious process, but once I get into the flow of reading, it is pretty relaxing. That's why I go outside, sit in the sun, or sit on a bench in the shade, drink some water, relax, and I read. Something that has helped me recollect points from whatever I read is highlighting different points with different colors. This is something that I do with my textbook as well, and it's the same activity I repeat when it comes to reading any non academic related material as well. So, all what you have seen so far is the time before lunch, where I completed almost 5 hours, roughly 5 hours of reading, and then I started one episode of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I was running on a tight schedule of reading for 12 hours in a single day. That's why I just watched partial episode. Then I went for my lunch, and after coming back, I prepared a green tea for myself. Somewhat coffee or tea go hand in hand with reading, and preparing a warm beverage acts as an anchor that reading is the next activity that is going to follow. After preparing my green tea, I resorted back to reading the first book that I started in the morning, Such a Lot of Not Giving a Fuck. And that has remained one of my favorite books. It has been written in a very simple language, but it kind of always reminds me what is important in life, what I am targeting, how to not get affected by my environment. And I tend to reread this book time after time. The last copy that I read, I highlighted certain portion, and a friend of mine borrowed that book and never returned it, because of which I had to buy another copy, and now I am highlighting it again. By evening, I in general also tend to go to old campus, because The lush green lawns of old campus are pretty inviting. I got a coffee from the canteen there, and then I sat on the ground relaxing and reading the second book that I was continuing for the day, which was How to Finish Everything That You Start. I continued reading the very same book when I returned back to my room, and I switched to a different book just before going to sleep. It's called The Ministry of Moral Panic. I don't tend to read fiction a lot, but before sleeping, I read a short story of sorts, and that I was in general also doing, but because it was specifically a reading day, I thought why not end this day with a fiction short story. And that's it. That was my reading day. I hope it inspires you to read more. Do let me know your favorite books and the books that you are currently reading. Bye. Take care.